The story today is going to be a very, very spooky, very creepy ghost story. So, you know, make sure you got some blankets, make sure you lock your doors, turn your lights on, because it's about to get real, real fucking spooky. Basically, I ended up on some job site in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the construction industry. You know, I was like 16 years old, just looking to make some easy doubloons, probably so I could pay for, like, I don't know, Ring 1 and like Destiny 2 accounts probably. Um so I fancied, you know, getting my doubloons up. So I find a random construction site in the middle of nowhere. I had a car at this time, driver's license, yada yada yada. Brilliant, lovely jubbly, I can do the job. I turn up and I go into the site office. It's very professional. It's very, very demure, very sophisticated. So I go up to the site office and they start reviewing me. You know, they ask, what's my name? I'm like, oh, Fiend. You know, Fiend 3240, that's me. And then they check my construction skills tickets. And they get that all sorted out so they know I'm legit, they know it's me. And then they introduce me to this other guy that I'm working with. And I'm like, oh, hello, let's call him Sergey. So I'm like, oh, you know, what's good, Sergey? Like, how's it going? He doesn't even ask for my name. Okay. So he takes me over. Oh, he takes me over to where we're going to be working that day, just laying floor protection down, to like just to protect like these newly fitted carpets in this block of flats. So we start carrying all the stuff over. I load it up into the car, drive over to this block of flats, and this shit is like, dude, it's basically the back rooms. I mean, it is like, it's dark. It was winter at this point, at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was creepy. There's nobody else around. Like, it was just me and fucking Sergey, dude. Just the two of us, all alone. It was really, really creepy. And like, dude, Sergey, I mean, he seemed like a nice enough guy, but there's just something about him. The way he was so quiet and didn't really say anything. I was kind of just like, what's going through Sergey's little head? You know, what's going on? So we get to where we need to go. I'm following him. He still hasn't said a word at this point, by the way. He hasn't asked for my name. He just hasn't done anything. He just led me to where we need to go. So we get into the room. We start laying down floor protection. And I try and make some conversation with him because we're going to be here for like the next fucking 9 hours. Like, not even a joke, 9 hours. So I was like, oh, you know, Sergey, like, how's it going? What do you like to do after work? Now, when I asked him how's it going, you know, he just didn't say anything. But when I said, oh, what do you like to do outside of work? You know, do you have any hobbies, any side gigs going on? This is where I made the mistake. So we're here. We're in this dark ass fucking room, laying down this floor protection. I look up down the long hallway and there's just nobody in sight. It's a dark, dark hallway, dude. It's fucking creepy. I'm shivering my timbers at this point. And Sergey finally opens his fucking mouth and he's just like, oh, I hunt ghosts. And I just started laughing. I was like, "Wait, what? Like, I've met another fucking site druggie. Like, what the fuck? You hunt ghosts?" I was like, oh yeah. Can you tell me a bit about that, Sergs? He was like, it's my second job. I hunt ghosts and I perform exorcisms. I was like, oh, well, so at this point, I'm just going along with it because I want to get along with fucking Big Sergs. You know, he still, like, not really said anything about me, but suddenly just, like, talking about his ghost hunting is just really, like, it's really just triggered him. It's woken him up. And the first question he ever asks me is, so, have you ever had a wet dream? And I was just like, what the fuck? I've just met you like less than 10 minutes ago, and like this is your conversation, bro. This is what you're gonna ask me. Have I ever had a wet dream? But I was just like, fuck it. I've been asked weirder questions. I was just like, nah, not really. I wish I had. Like, fucking Dude, Laura Croft, Leon Kennedy, Judy Hall. Like, dude, imagine like all of the dreams that you could be having, but unfortunately, I've never been so fortunate. And then he doubles down. He's like, have you ever woken up and felt a load in your pants? And I was like, Sergey, what are you saying, bro? Are you okay? He's like, I had a job last week. Or like full on, like dude, there might as well have been like a light underneath his chin the way he was telling this story in this dark ass fucking backrooms location. I had a job last week, and I had to get rid of a semen demon. And I'm not even making up verbatim. That is what he said. I had to get rid of a wee semen demon. See, when you have a wet dream, or you wake up with a wee load in your pants, it's a ghost. And I was just like, okay, Sergey, you know, whatever Sergey says, like, all right, man. But he just looked at me, like, eyes wide open. He was like, I don't think you're taking this seriously, lad. This is what I do for a living. Last week, I made £5,000 exercising semen demons. I was like, oh, dude, that's fucking crazy. That's like a crazy way of saying I sell drugs, man. Like, sick. But the next question he asked me was just like even more personal. And to be honest, like, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm a relatively private dude when it comes to professional shit, but I'm also kind of a prurient individual. I'm not really much of a prude, right? So he says, "Have you got any wee kinks and fantasies?" He's like, lad. Still doesn't know my name, by the way. Like, still has met me, less than 15 minutes ago at this point. So, because I was at work, yeah, I just lied my ass off. I was like, nah, I'm pretty vanilla, dude. Like, I don't know. And he gets up from laying down the floor protection. He puts his knife down and he just, like, throws it into the floor. And he just looks at me. And the room just went quiet for a minute, and I could just hear the breeze coming in from the windows. What the fuck was that? And he just goes, I know you're lying, lad. I can see it in your eyes. I was like, what the how does he know? So this is where I start to get freaked out. Because he's bang on the fucking money. And I was just like, what? He's like, there's a wee different type of ghost that gets into your mind, lad. It must have had you since young, like. I know what kind of man you are. I was like, what? You just met me, bro. I know what kind of man you are. It's like you've been jiggling it to them wee femboys. Like, I was like, what, jiggling it, bro? What the fuck do you mean? I know you've been wee jiggling it to them wee femboys. Like, the doors just slammed around him like a fucking... Like there was ghosts listening in, like they knew. I was like, no fucking way. Follow the leader. Let's do it. Let's go. Allah Akbar. Oh!
B? Okay. Daj.
Suka. No!